Hello again, everyone. This is Carl for Ask ADVMoto, the quick show where we answer your questions about adventure and dual sport motorcycling. Today we're going to take a really quick look at a very fundamental question, and that is, what are the differences between ADV and dual sport bikes? In the process, we hope to help you find what's right for you. There's a lot of confusion in the market about what is an ADV bike. It's a tricky question because fundamentally, we believe that you can ADV or adventure on just about anything, from a scooter to the giant 1300cc machines we see now available from companies like KTM, Triumph, and BMW. Generally speaking though, ADV bikes are more touring oriented with larger engines and longer range, while dual sports tend to be lighter, smaller, and easier to handle in more difficult off-road conditions. Both of them are street legal, but finding the right one for you depends on the type of riding you plan to do. So let's take a look. If you're new to off-road riding, a dual sport bike is a great place to start, maybe the best place to start. Dual sports can take more of a beating because they usually have fewer plastics and they use a different type of plastic often found on traditional dirt bikes. They're flexible and molded with color, so they resist scratching and look the same even when scratched. Sometimes they look even cooler. As a result, dropping a dual sport should result in fewer and less expensive repairs. Some dual sports have very high seat heights and long travel suspension, which is great for ground clearance, but may be a stumbling point for shorter riders. Also, most have single-cylinder engines under 600 cc's, which helps keep maintenance simple and weight down. Lighter weight should never be overlooked when riding off-road, especially if you're just learning. Picking up a 600-pound bike may be okay once or twice in the sand, but can get exhausting very quickly in bad conditions. This problem is amplified more if you ride solo. Dual sport motorcycles are by no means perfect though. All the manageability that you get off-road comes with compromises on the street. The smaller size of dual sports means that you're going to have generally shorter range and limited luggage options. Many dual sports are really built for solo riding and can't comfortably take a passenger. Limited speed and lack of wind protection are also going to make long stretches of highway riding kind of a daunting task. Multi-cylinder engines, more common on the ADV bikes, are way better suited for high-speed travel. There are fewer new dual sport options on the market these days, but compared to ADV bikes, a new or used dual sport will be much cheaper to get your hands on. When it comes to ADV bikes, there are some considerable differences that we should talk about. ADV bikes are bigger and heavier, many over 500 pounds. That's about 100 to 200 pounds heavier than most dual sports. Big bikes can take some chops and skills to handle, and newbies may struggle with them off-road. They might be downright intimidating. Additionally, ADV bikes are often over 1000 cc and some boast horsepower numbers in the triple digits. It's no easy feat wrangling that much power around in low traction environments. It's definitely possible to roll through some bad roads on a large ADV bike and tough terrain, but you should know that's going to take practice and some working out. We definitely recommend, if you're new to off-road riding, start with a lighter, smaller bike. On the road, however, ADV bikes really shine over dual sports. All that power makes highway speeds a breeze. Passing is easier, while the bigger body also expands your luggage options for longer trips. Most ADV bikes also have better wind protection, much better wind protection, further reducing extended high-speed riding fatigue. As far as seating goes, ADV motorcycles have comfort in spades. Most have large sculpted seats and ample space for passengers or more gear. Next to cruisers, adventure bikes are probably the most comfortable bikes out there, with a very neutral riding position, your knees slightly bent, feet underneath you, and your arms pretty much straight out, just around or below shoulder level. If you're planning on riding 10-hour days and thousands of miles, an ADV bike is probably the best way to go. It's so good actually that a lot of sport touring riders are now using the larger ADV bikes for their long distance travel. Newer ADV bikes also offer crazy advanced electronics. We're talking about traction control, ABS, customizable ABS, and also various sets of customizable ride modes. All these are becoming more standard on ADV models. They're also more likely to have different option packages and wheel sizes available to better fit your riding needs. An example for this is 21 versus 19-inch wheels. 21-inch wheels are larger and arguably much better for riding in more off-road conditions. However, the turning sometimes feels a little bit slow. 19-inch wheels tend to be a very good balance between being able to handle some off-road or some uneven surfaces while still having a sporty feel on the pavement. All of these options and technology do come at a cost though. ADV bikes are going to be more expensive and more complex than their dual sport counterparts. A new 1200cc ADV bike, for example, will cost anywhere from the ballpark of about $15,000 to $20,000 with some add-ons. While this steep price tag is daunting for some, it's worthwhile for those wanting the latest in safety, convenience, comfort, and speed. Finally, it's important to say that there is no one perfect bike. Everything has pros and cons. So, more riders now find both adventure and dual sport bikes in their stables. The only thing better than one bike is two bikes. Between new and used options on the market, you're sure to find something that's right for you in the price range that you can afford. Thanks for checking out this very general comparison between adventure or ADV and dual sport bikes. If there's something we forgot to mention, please leave a comment below and don't forget to subscribe to ADVMoto, the oldest print and online publication dedicated to making your ADV dreams come true. Thanks for watching, and as always, ride safe and have fun.